Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. I've been meaning to do this reading for a while and recently I've been guided to do it. And this is going to be channeling Princess Diana, sharing information that's come through already and anything else that comes through in this recording as well. I've been guided to do it recently. It's just quite interesting the way it happened. I was watching something on YouTube, not a reading or anything. It was just someone going through a house and they came across a framed photo of Princess Diana. I thought, wow, that could be a sign, you know. And then last night and this morning, as I've sat in the power, some information has come through to me channeled from Spirit that I'm going to share first of all. Now, the first thing that came through yesterday was a smell. Sometimes when we channel or we pick up on spiritual activity, it can come through in smells. So this might have happened to some of you. And it was a beautiful floral scent. It smelled more like a body lotion than a perfume. I think it was lilies, but I could be wrong. I couldn't quite get what it was, but I was hearing lilies, so I think it was lilies. Now, lilies are a sign of peace and harmony, so that's what I'm getting from Diana's energy right now in the spirit realm. And maybe that's a scent that she loved. I do believe she liked floral scents, nice smells. So that was the first thing where I picked up on her. Another thing I saw in my mind's eye was a set of keys. It was quite a lot of keys. And then what came through channeled was that she had a lot of different sets of keys to different places, secret places. Some of them were people's homes. And it was because she wanted privacy, because she was always looking over her shoulder. That's what I kept seeing in my mind's eye for her as well, because obviously she was being hounded not only by the press, but MI5, the royal family, you know. It's like she was always on edge and they were tapping her phones. So I think they even found these secret places she went to, but she did have some places where she'd go to escape. She was also very intuitive, and she knew that her time in this realm was coming to an end. Her soul knew before she did, but she was getting signs, hunches. You know those hunches you get, like the gut feeling we talk about? That's your soul giving you a warning. So yeah, she had an idea. I'm getting emotions now, yeah, so she was quite fearful. I believe she spoke to a few people about these doubts she had and feelings about her safety. She didn't feel safe. It's what came through to me as well. And then this morning, as I was just sitting there again, seeing what else came through from Spirit, a song came through. I heard memory, I heard the word memory, and then the song Memory started playing in my mind, from the musical Cats. Some of you may know it. Now usually when we get a song, there's something in the lyrics that is a sign from Spirit. And a couple of lines kept sort of replaying in my mind, so that's where I know that's the message coming through. And let me just go back and remember the line. That's it. Every street lamp seems to give a fatalistic warning. Someone mutters, a street lamp gutters, and soon it will be morning. I hope that was correct. That's just what I was hearing. The part that really stood out was every street lamp seems to give a fatalistic warning. This was about the time of Diana's death, from that line. Fatalistic warning. It was fated, that date, when she passed. There could have been some activity, flickering lights, street lights, other things happening, and that can be a sign of spiritual activity, a sign that something's coming, something fated, something quite big. For example, I'm wondering if anyone at the scene noticed anything, even glitches, in machines, cars. I think there was quite a lot that went on at that time. So that was really interesting that came through. It was fated. It's like Diana's soul knew that. It was a soul contract, I was hearing, as well. And there was something about that night, it was like this build-up. Because it's interesting, that song as well, if you think as a comparison, it has a build-up in it as well. Obviously, it's from a musical, but it's quite a dramatic song. It really sort of seems to fit the vibe of what happened to Diana. Like it was building up, dramatic. There were lots of things going on behind the scenes, I believe. There's more to it, basically, is what I feel. This is all based on what's come through channeled, not based on anything else. And as I said, it's like Diana's spirit knew as well. So that's all that came through to me in my pre-channeling. As I said, now I'm going to see if anything else comes through. I do have my Lenormand cards here that I want to use. I like to use these for clues, so just anything else that we might get, like a psychic kit from, any other messages, just seem to be that night that's coming through as the focus of this channeling. I'm not sure if you heard that. That sounded like a motorbike driving by there. And we got gentlemen. Wow. Now this gentleman has a rose, so this could be her partner at the time. So obviously she was in a relationship, I believe. But interesting, the motorbike. Was there a motorbike at the scene? There was certainly a motorbike, a vehicle, let's say, that was planted. And yeah, we got snake. There we go. So we've got this deceptive energy that was operating behind the scenes. Making things happen. You know what I'm getting? This is like what was on Diana's mind that night. This gentleman, but also lies, betrayal, deception, a distraction of some sort. Potentially there was something on her mind, I believe. I keep hearing vehicles passing as well. So someone in a vehicle was lying. They lied in their statement. Could have been a male. They were paid to say something in particular. Okay, wow, everyone. Do you know what? I was suddenly getting this tightness around my solar plexus there. I had to pause the camera a moment. And then we got stalk, which can indicate pregnancy. And that is something I was feeling with this gentleman, this lover. That was hidden, I believe. She might have announced it to him. I believe someone knew. Someone close to her anyway, it was a dog. Again with the rose, I'm feeling it was this gentleman. Now the snake here, you see, someone might have found out. It's like someone intercepted that call. That's what I'm hearing. See how like he's looking at this person. Could be someone who was close to him, who overheard a conversation. That information was passed on to the relevant people, and I believe this is why this happened. The passing, that is. This is number 18. It's interesting, I was seeing that number before this reading. It's the number of the moon, which can speak of deception, which again links with the snake. So there's someone who was a snake, betrayed the trust of this gentleman who is the lover, in terms of this news. Okay, everyone, I'm going to just pause there a moment and get another deck. I'm back. Now, something I just noticed, when I turn the deck over, is we've got the stars. The bottom of the deck, destiny. It was written in the stars. This was meant to happen in terms of Diana's soul contract, as I said. I'm just hearing there were quite a lot of snakes. As I said, about tabbing phone calls, people behind the scenes, following. It's really coming out. It's very sad, getting very sad energy. Diana, though, was very happy, but obviously before that, within the royal family, she didn't feel she fitted in. She was quite unhappy there. She wanted out. Obviously she got out. Okay, so we really hear those seem to be getting like around the time of her passing in terms of the energy. So I've just pulled out a deck to see if we can get anything else, any other clues may come through. Wow. Everyone, judgment, inner calling. Yeah, so this is like intuition. first of all coming through, as I was saying, that gut feeling that I feel Diana had. Also, day of reckoning. The day of reckoning for everyone involved is coming out here, karma. But it can also represent souls taken home to their place of origin outside the solar system. You know what's interesting? Before this reading, I was just thinking, Diana. And she was a goddess, wasn't she? I'm getting shivers now as I say that. So, you know, she was a very special soul. With the angel here, she had a purpose in terms of doing this. I feel it was like to reveal, eventually, to reveal what was what was happening to her. Yeah, and this was her energy. So I said about the distractions, I was really feeling that. This is quite a heavy energy. This is responsibility. That's what she felt. In terms of this inner calling, she felt a lot of burdens of the world on her shoulders. This is it about her feeling watched. You know, it can't have been very nice for her. I can feel it as well. Even my heart chakra, it feels blocked. She couldn't fully let herself go in life. She wanted to, but she couldn't. But also these are all the energies that were surrounding her. Very heavy, dark energies, dark forces that were operating behind the scenes. Here's Diana, supportive, yeah, very loving, kind energy. Very giving, old soul, I'm getting. I'm just channeling now, just going to stop there. They'd send stuff my way, I'm hearing. Yeah, so these burdens she felt were sometimes sent her way, as in energy, psychic attacks. Because she was a light worker, she was here for a purpose. She was a humanitarian, she wanted to help people. She tried as much as she could, but she was up against it. I'm seeing that like a wall there as well. Yeah, so I feel like, even in her sleep, she couldn't sleep. Her mind was often racing. She'd call people a lot and tell them what she felt. But it was never safe, and there was a snake. There's a snake around her as well, actually. Yeah, so this is about the tension that she felt. It's like, this is what I'm saying, this is her, the earth angel. And around her, she had this heavy energy coming her way, tension. This is also about obstruction. So all these obstacles in her way. It's like she couldn't get out wherever she went. There was a lot of disagreement as well. It says disagreement on here in terms of her life choices by the royal family, that is. So, they were monitoring her, also in terms of what she was saying. So it's like, she had no chance, is what I'm getting here. But it's like she knew it as well at a soul level. I'm channeling a lot of fear in this reading and restriction, which, as I said, is what we're seeing in the cards here. The cards are showing us. But this is also what I'm feeling. I channel energy from cards. This is what we're seeing. And then we've got here on her mind the gentleman, and she might have known about this snake. Let's just see anything else about these things on her mind. We're getting so many wands. Wands are about passion, movement. Yeah, it says progress. Like this can show movement. So her movements were being tracked. Wow, and yeah, we got a page. Notice it's a child in this card. Wow. Getting emotions linked to the gentleman. So again, we're getting that this is also about communication. So she had communicated about her pregnancy, I believe. And with the snake underneath, that person put a stop to it, made sure that information got out. So that seems to be coming through as the main thing on her mind. She had communicated that, and then someone found out a snake in the grass. So I'm just going to clear the cards a moment and space, everyone. I'll be right back in a moment. Okay, everyone, so as you can see, I've cleared the space because it was quite a heavy energy. I was really feeling that was all, what I was channeling was all around the time of Diana's passing. As we got things on her mind, but then like the climax and things happening behind the scenes. Very heavy. So that's why I just had to sort of clear the space there. What I'd like to do now is just to give Diana a voice in this channeling. I've brought out a deck for this one. Just anything she wants to share with us. Wow, okay, so first of all, 10 for a completion there, and it says the coupling. 2 swans have come through. I've just noticed, this is quite beautiful, it's a blonde lady, and she's holding a flower. And remember, I had that floral scent come through to me last night in my channeling. So that's amazing. It's like she was sending me that scent. It can happen if a spirit is around you. You can pick up on their scent. I'm getting shivers now as I say this. Wow. And with coupling, I'm just feeling like she was very happy. I feel she is now as well. It's like she's with her person, her true love, because it's swans. Swans mate for life. She's at peace. That's what I'm getting there. It's beautiful. I feel like her soul contract as well was like finding her one. She had to go through that karmic situation first, and then it ended in tragedy, but she's at peace. It's really, really coming through now. Very different to the energy I picked up on before of the night of her passing. Okay, it says into temptation, but I'm just picking up on the dark energy here. Yeah, it's like with that one I'm getting the karmic situation. coming out. It was very dark. When she was in it, this is how she felt. She was in a very dark place, very low, isolated. 22, master number. I'm just getting like, yeah, it was soul contract, life lessons. She couldn't see a way out when she was in it. It felt like this dark place. She might have had some mental health issues. But she got out. So she's like saying, you know, have hope. We have to sometimes go through these things. But we really get in there, you know, the dark energies that were involved. Darker than we would know, with red. There's a lot of red here for sacrifice. In terms of those energies and what they were doing. Whereas she was, you know, a pure energy. As you see in this card. Wow, and it's this turning point. Yes, it's like we got a lot of flowers again. She saw the light. 30 is about wholeness. We've got number 30 there. She found herself. She felt complete. Things turned around for her. She turned her back on that situation that she was in. Yeah, it's interesting. I was just looking at the camera, noticing the light shining on this card. This is what is being highlighted. That more was going on, as I said, behind the scenes. A lot of dark stuff. I'm seeing this like a dungeon. Dark. I'm hearing rituals. Sacrifice, as I said. Dark forces that appear to be one thing, but they're something else. Even transform in their appearance. Shapeshifter. Yeah, I'm getting such a heavy energy with this card. So that's what she was involved in terms of the royal family. That is. It's not what people think in terms of who they are. And she saw it. She was led there into temptation, as this is on there, and then saw it for what it was. Because she's such a light being, she couldn't stay. She turned things around. But unfortunately, because she'd got so entangled in it, she had no way out. So the message I'm getting is just trust your intuition in terms of those energies. I feel it's going to come to light though. This is why I don't do readings on the royal family. Some of you will know that. But yeah, I do feel it's going to come to light, that light shining. You may notice the energy has shifted in this reading. It's lighter now, so we're sort of coming to the end, but anything else Spirit wants to share? Wow, everyone. Yeah, really, see I'm getting this bright energy. Look at the sunflowers. the peace in this person's face. It says joyful moments. I feel this is like what's ahead for us. This is in our past. This hidden stuff is coming to light. There's going to be a turning point. So we're getting like collective messages coming through here now. And we're going to have these joyful moments with the sunflowers, blessings, abundance, change. A change from that energy there. That has led the collective. What I'm getting is it's like it led the collective into that energy. It's been like a spell, a curse sort of thing in the collective, and we've reached a turning point. It's changing now. It's beautiful. Bottom of the deck. Seemed like an angel. Like we had before the angel. That's what I feel Diana is, like even here. Beautiful energy that came here for a reason. But I'm getting grief with this one as well. The message here is like, for those of you still crying, mourning, you've sat in grief for a long time, maybe about Diana, because I feel it hit a lot of people. It's become a lament. And it's not always about death. Yeah, this is something I felt. Some people really... this is coming through channeled now, actually, from Spirit. Some people really grieved and felt very sad when Princess Diana passed away. And obviously she was a public figure. Everyone loved her. A lot of people loved her anyway. But there's more to it if you feel a very deep grief because you didn't know her. Now it can sometimes be about regret or like unresolved grief as well. In terms of another person who passed away in your life. So you might get caught up in memories, sorrowful woes, I'm hearing. And it wears on who you are. Now, it can be a healthy process if you let it out. But try not to make it define you as a person. Make sure you have joyful moments in your life. That this is what Spirit wants. And make your way to the light at the end of the tunnel that we're seeing with that one. That's really interesting. Yeah, it's like, again, like I said about this soul contract, this purpose Diana had. It's bigger than what people think. She's amazing. I just want to put that out there because not only in terms of what she went into and everything that happened to her, the betrayal, it's like a parable, isn't it? But also the effect she had on so many people on a global scale, many of whom didn't know her, but the effect, like the mirror effect, rather, is what I want to say. She was a mirror, a very powerful light being. That's often what light workers do. They're your mirror. They shine their light so brightly that it either transforms you, repels you. For many, it will really affect them, and it brings stuff out of their own shadow. The light, someone's light brings out the darkness and shadows, which has come out here, the light and dark, part of the spiritual warfare. Wow, everyone. Okay, so this was quite a powerful reading, I feel, deeper than I thought, now that we got those other messages come through. So I really hope you've enjoyed this reading. It's been a pleasure to do it and to share. I may do another one in the future, we'll see. Thank you so much for being here, for all your support and views. Sending peace, love and light to you all.